The time to effect as measured on the first generation balloon was useful because you knew that on average, when we looked back at our experience, when we were able to get the pulmonary vein recording, on average is about almost 2 minutes before we get pulmonary vein isolation acutely. And this is a very striking difference when we have the second generation balloon, where on average we were achieving pulmonary vein isolation well under 1 minute. So in order to capture the time to effect on the cryoballoon, we have the achieve catheter. And achieve catheter, I think two things we have to remember. Of course, is a fixed curve, and it's a very rigid body shaft. And we have the torquer at the end to be able to manipulate how it spins. So this is where we get to be a little bit more like interventional cardiologists in many ways with the cryoballoon. But you have to be able to position the recording electrodes more proximally toward the pulmonary vein ostium. So if we just use the achieve to try to stabilize the balloon, which is actually much less required on the new balloon, because the interior half of the balloon is able to freeze. We're not trying to balance the balloon along the equator. We can accept some tilt on the balloon. Then we pull back the achieve and using the torquer to try to make the achieve catheter come closer to the os. And usually that's achieved done by having the achieve catheter, the ring tilted. And sometimes we may have to prolapse the achieve a little bit to get half of the vein recorded. So by doing that, at least we can get a segment of the pulmonary vein. When we really try hard, I think at least from my experience for past few hundred, we can say that we really get very nice recording over the past, over 90% of our pulmonary vein ablations.